the whole tendering process when you're dealing with public sector institutions and organizations like the City of Greater Sudbury is has become it's very restrictive now. It's the laws, the rules are very much in favor of identifying providers of services or providers of products who meet certain standards and then asking for them to submit prices. And from my experience on the Rainbow District School Board, when you have qualified a provider and you ask them for a bid on a job, you consider all providers equally qualified to do the work, and you have to then award the contract to the lowest bidder. The difficulty comes into the qualifications, and one of the things that I really want to take a look at is the effect of taking the lowest bidder if the money is going outside of the City of Greater Sudbury. If you have an opportunity to purchase services or purchase goods, probably in particular services, and you can make the purchase from a local establishment. I don't mean a local franchise establishment, because the way franchises work now is if you get a contract for the provision of products from a franchise, generally it's coming from their head office warehouse anyway. It's not helping the local business. But if we have a chance to put money back into the community, and by that I mean if we can purchase services, if we can award a contract to a local provider where the profits for that business are staying locally, the business is able to hire more local people, then we may save $100,000 on a $2 million contract by buying the products outside of Sudbury. But if we can buy it locally, if we have to pay an extra $100,000 locally to a company that again has local owners, local workers, they may be getting their products from elsewhere, but the profits stay locally, then that $100,000 has a multiplier effect. And that $100,000 may generate $300,000 or $400,000 or $500,000 of economic activity in the city. So by saving $100,000 and sending all of our money outside of the area, we're not saving $100,000, we're actually losing $400,000 of local activity. And I think as city councillors, when you're making a decision on awarding contracts or paying money to a provider that is not local, we have to take that into consideration. How much money are we removing from our pot and taking outside? Because there is a multiplier effect, and that multiplier effect has a huge impact on our future. So I really don't like the idea of awarding totally to the lowest bidder. I really think we should have a qualifier for locally owned and operated businesses, so that we are trying to keep as much of our money locally as possible, as much of the taxpayer money locally as possible. That way we will generate economic activity instead of taking money out of the system.